Jenkins. This here's the Whitey Jenkins show. Hey, go figure, huh? Well, we're back again. They ain't took us off yet. We're up to episode number, I think it's number 4, I believe. We had Justin Klein on. We had Gross Joey from EPW. Last week we had that damn Charles Anders from the Violent Gentlemen's, and this week my special guest, we're gonna see here, Smokey. Put him up there. God. Smokey. God damn it. There they are.
Hey.
Look who it is.
We are here. What's up, Whitey?
What's going on,
man? A
man?
whole lot, man. Hey, that's a damn fine looking shirt you got on there, Richard. Tell them where you got that.
I got this from Pro Wrestling Tees, man. I saw you sporting it a couple weeks ago on this show, and I was like, man, I got to go out and get one of those.
Them some bitches selling like hotcakes. You better go on there today and get you one. I'm going to tell y'all later. You can go on WhiteyJenkins.com. There's a link there, and that's what Richard did, and he got him a fine-looking T-shirt. Now, I don't know what the hell Josh's problem is. I don't know what kind of shirt that is he's got on.
He just came back.
He's got his Braves hat on. He's still riding that wave. Congratulations.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. I'm still happy just on cloud 9 for the World Series win, but, I'm not going for the cheap pop, just buying that shirt and then wearing it on here, hoping you'd be nice to me.
Well,
but I figured
it wasn't that cheap. I mean, shit.
I don't know.
Well, I get paid every 2 weeks, so maybe I'll get you up this next week.
I'm going to let you in on the secret, Josh. You can tell a lot by a man's vinyl or wooden siding, and he has the finest oak back there. You can see from the background. He's got a nice bar. How many alcohols are out there on that bar there, Whitey? That's
Not enough.
But nothing cheap about it. I mean, it's great quality too. He didn't pay me to say this, but great quality shirt.
How are your nipples?
Great.
Awesome.
I mean, besides the shirt's doing them wonders. It's just caressing them the right way.
How much poon have you got off of wearing that shirt?
Well, I'm married. So
if you wasn't married, boy, you'd be getting more ass in the toilet seat, son. I'm telling you.
Like a cheap cab
ride.
Huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, go over to Pro Wrestling Tees and check out the Whitey Jenkins. I messaged Whitey immediately. I was like, man, where do I get one of those? Because I love the design. And this is the first time I've worn it. But, yeah, I mean, it feels great. Great quality.
Great for any occasion. For a fine podcast, whatever the hell this is. I don't know what this is.
We're on television
somewhere. Smokey, that cat, he puts it on. I don't know where all it ends up, but people tell me they've seen it. You saw it, or you wouldn't have a T-shirt on right now. But point being, I mean, you can wear it anywhere. I mean, you can wear it out on a date with your wife. You can wear it to work. You can wear it to church if you into that sort of thing, or you can wear it to a fine drinking establishment such as the one I'm sitting in right now.
Sometimes I just Donald Duck it. It's the first thing I have on out of the shower.
There you go. Well,
that's just what I have to do sometimes. It's just that comfortable.
Rumor and innuendo is right now. That's what Josh is doing. It's there from below the waist. There's nothing on, and it's a good thing we're only seeing his top half. But I don't know if that's true. That's just what I hear.
I'm not.
I mean, I can pull the camera down and show you.
We believe you. We're good.
I'm not convinced that's a shirt other than like maybe a really bad sunburn that he's got a tattoo right here.
I mean, you're just gonna call me out.
He got here and he was like, I didn't know it was a camera thing.
A lot of people say that. I didn't know it was going to be on camera. I was like, well, Whitey's more of a visual type thing, man. You need to see my Hank Williams Jr. looking mug on this thing. So what's been up, man? Y'all seen any good wrestling lately on TV or otherwise?
I seen some on YouTube. I looked up 1985 World Class, and I saw some excellent wrestling. But, as far as good wrestling on TV, it's few and far between.
I found a really cool YouTube page that it was called, I can't remember what the name of it was, but if you type in behind the scenes at Nitro, it's like everything for like 2 years that they showed before the satellites cut on. So you see them like testing the cameras out. You hear Tony Schiavone.
You're talking about the YouTube page WCW Backstage.
Yes. It's really cool. Like you see some dark matches between some guys. Marty Jannetty and Wrath, I think, is on there.
And what's cool, you hear the announcers hyping up now whenever we go live, we're going to need you to go crazy.
Don't throw anything down to the front rows. You're going to hit a child. Don't shine any laser pointers. They do all that stuff. It's kind of cool, to see some of the shows that we watched growing up, even as when I was a kid, we watched them growing up, and I was like, man, this is what they did every time.
Growing up,
yeah.
Whitey was a grown man when that shit aired.
That manufactured excitement. I was there for a lot of that stuff. Everybody's sitting there on their hands. All right, we about to go live on TNT. Get fired up. And then everybody's like, ah! And 2 seconds before that, they were sitting there with their Peter in their hand. But,
Yeah,
that's how TV works,
The international sign of we're live. The guy standing behind the microphone doing the Macho Man.
Oh, yeah, we're live, brother.
Straight to the top. Uh-huh.
So how was I saw your show got canceled.
Fucking A, man. So I go through all the trouble of organizing this show. You've seen all the great matches I had signed.
Yeah.
I mean, I had that step ladder match with the Mexican minis that were not just little children with masks on. That's purely speculation and bullshit. And I don't appreciate it. People have been saying that. But I had all them great matches lined up, and all I asked was, I said, if some of my friends could help me just come up with a few things, like a venue and a ring and a PA and chairs and stuff for the concession stand, and a little bit of money to advertise it, and a little bit of money to pay the wrestlers in case nobody showed up. One person helped. Jax from over in Boonville offered a PA. You think anybody offered a ring? Hell no. PA, none. I didn't come up with nothing, man. I had to cancel the damn show. How am I supposed to put on a show when my friends won't do their part? I mean, you did your part. You bought a T-shirt. Josh sucks, but that's all right. I forgive him. That was going to be a hell of a show. WrestleFest was going to set the territory on fire. But no, couldn't do it because they're a bunch of fucking bums.
Do you know what I think maybe might have tainted that run? Just before it got started. What the death match camp for kids that you were going to do? I was going to put 2 of my 3 kids in, full ride. I was going to pay whatever, but you got to squirrely about it,
Full disclosure here, I wasn't going to be the one doing that. That was going to be Kevin Brannon or somebody. I mean, some old fellow over here in Alabama who had some charges against him was going to do a kids camp at the shopping mall where they'd have wrestling here in Gadsden. Yes, that's a real thing. They have wrestling at the shopping mall. And he was going to have a kids camp, and then turns out somebody thought it was a bad idea for some guy that had, statutory charges against him currently, was in jail, to be putting on a kids camp. So then I got approached by a fella that said, well, let's do a deathmatch kids camp. And I was like, I'll share it, but I'm not going to be a part of it because, I ain't saying I got any kind of charges, but I don't want to get them kind of charges. Hell no. I mean, you steal some shit every now and then, DUI and, a couple of piss and drug charges. That's all fun and games, but no, why they don't swing that way, but. So don't be spreading them rumors. I know that was not my deathmatch kids camp. Now, I was going to do that Tracy Smothers Memorial straight up everybody dies tournament where everybody in the tournament was going to die. But we had to cancel that one too because we finally found a venue where we could have it. And then it was at a transmission shop. And then somebody told us some bitch we were planning on having it there. And when he found out, he said, no, we can't have it there, Whitey, because you never paid me for that transmission I fixed 4 years ago on your Bronco. So that ruined that too.
Yeah.
What model Bronco you got, man? My dad loves Bronco.
78.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's a mean machine.
Well, look, I'll talk to you after we get off there, and we'll figure something out.
Well, Josh has been nice to his dad for the past like 5 years because he thinks he's going to inherit that Bronco. And
70 model Bronco, man, fully restored.
Ain't hurt to try, I mean,
Well, he sees through it. Thanksgiving, and he gets a little tipsy, and he's like, "You trying to get that Bronco, ain't you, boy?"
If you don't think it's gonna work out, I know some fellers that can make sure you get that Bronco. If you know what I mean. We'll cash in a little early if you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So, how hard is it to get insurance on an everybody dies death match? I was just wondering. Insurance, and just in case somebody breaks their leg on
Brother,
there.
I don't have insurance on my car. You think I got insurance on a wrestling match? You think my name's really Whitey Jenkins? Am I a mark? Hell no, son. Insurance on a wrestling show. Oh, that's a good one there. Well, we got to get you up on that comedy stage. You said that with a straight down face like it was real. Oh, insurance on a wrestling show. Yeah, I don't. I mean, the crazy thing is I put that. Well, I didn't, but that feller that shares stuff to the deathmatch group shared all those people that was going to be on the show. And I'll be damned, I had them deathmatch wrestlers message me again asking how they could get on the Straight Up Everybody Dies Tracy Memorial Tournament. They legitimately want to get booked on it.
Like,
and that tells you everything you need to know about a deathmatch wrestler right there.
Can you drop some names, or are we kayfabing that?
I don't remember their name. Ain't nobody you would. If I told, I could make up a name and you wouldn't know because it ain't nobody you've ever heard of or give a shit about. And
so when you say,
well, a lot of those deathmatch wrestlers nowadays are pretty vocal on the interwebs and whatnot, with their Twitter handles and whatnot. And, I figured, a lot of them just want to do it just to do it. I mean, how do you feel, personally? Like, would you ever, just do a death match where it's one of them fucking exploding rings? You're going to scar your body up forever. Could we count on Whitey to fucking be in one of those type of tournaments or something?
Hell no. I ain't doing that shit. I mean, if somebody else wants to do it on my dime, I'll let them do it. But shit, no, I ain't doing that shit. I mean, if I did one, it'd end up looking like that damn AEW abortion they had where they shot sparklers off at the end.
I see.
That was a sad sight right there.
I saw people trying to defend that shit. Well, they tried, but we don't get a fucking T for trying.
Yeah.
So why should they? Fuck it.
So when you say everybody dies, so I'd imagine there has to be at least one winner, right? Like, so that one person's not going to die, right? Like the winner of the tournament doesn't die. Are we talking?
Theoretically, I mean, that would be, ideal, but,
our screw job,
maybe, maybe they take such a beating, they'd still probably drop afterwards. And then, I mean, like I told some people, the people that messaged me and asked, what did it pay? I said, motherfucker, if everybody dies, ain't nobody getting paid. I mean, that's the beauty. That's the beauty. If nobody's left standing, Whitey's taking home all the money.
Tell them to talk to your insurance company, right?
Yeah, take it up with State Farm or
Farmers Bureau.
Yeah, old Jake from State Farm will be calling you late at night to work that out with you, buddy.
Oh man, I feel like we've got to get out. We've got to get down to one of Whitey's shows pretty soon, Josh.
Y'all need to. If y'all bring a ring and some chairs and all that with you,
Well, I was going to say
one soon.
I don't feel like sitting on a 5-gallon bucket for 3 hours. I mean, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time you've sat on a 5-gallon.
YOC, son. Bring your own chair.
Our 5-gallon bucket.
Or 5-gallon bucket. If you're too good, if like Mr. Josh was just saying, if you're too damn good to sit on a 5-gallon bucket to see some, shit hooks wrestle, then bring your chair.
So, are you still running the wrestling school?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
How's it working out with, we're kind of out of the, well, we're not completely out of the COVID cloud yet, but kind of on the outskirts of it. How's it working
I'm not sure Whitey knows what the fuck COVID is.
Well, he was charging people for masks last time.
Yeah. Well, I had a round of the COVID, but it wasn't, I didn't do no jobs. It was all right. Got me out of work for a couple of weeks.
Hell yeah. That's what counts.
But, school's going pretty good, man. I mean, I got some guys when I get through training, I'm going to see if I can't get them signed somewhere, they know all the basics, I've taught them about working a chain and he pulled my hair, he pulled my tights and, putting your feet on the ropes when you go for the pin.
Right.
Everything you got to do to get heat. Because see, when I watch these people on the TV, they don't know how to get no heat. I mean, I'm supposed to hate Roman Reigns. Looks like the what's that guy, the fucking Aquaman or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But why am I supposed to hate him? I ain't never seen him pull the hair, pull the tights. I mean, yeah, he's got Paul Heyman's with him. But other than that, he ain't no real heel. I ain't never seen him pull not one single chain. He ain't threw no powder in nobody's eyes. He ain't called nobody in the crowd a hillbilly or fat or ugly or talked about nobody's old lady or any of that stuff. Any of the great heel stuff, classic heel stuff.
Yeah, people are getting away from that now. It's just not right. Do you have any students you were going to throw in that death tournament?
No, ain't nothing pissed me off enough to put them in that tournament. My plan had been if I had some that I seen, weren't going to work out or weren't paying me, that $900 cash money up front, then they would have been a great candidate for the tournament. And I probably would have made sure it happened no matter where I had to have it. And I might have to come over y'all's way and try to have one of these things because everybody's getting wise to us over here.
Y'all have an athletic commission there?
Allegedly. I mean, they claim like they got a website, and if you're a big enough mark to just send them some money, then yeah. But they ain't nobody seen them at a show in literally 4 years.
Well, there's not one in Tennessee. There's not one that governs wrestling, anyways. I'll announce it. I'll announce MMA shows, and they cover some of those, but it's not even like Mississippi where they just go, "Where's your $20?" And then, I mean, I feel like you probably wrote the book for the Mississippi Athletic Commission's way of gathering money and licenses, Whitey. It just seems like
I was a commissioner there for a while until somebody wanted me to prove it, and then I had to kind of slip off over here to Alabama again, But I found out if you just showed up to a wrestling show in Mississippi and flashed, I had one of them, deputy badges I got when I was a kid at, Smoky Mountains over there. And I just go in and flash that badge. Well, hey, Commissioner, $20 if you want to wrestle. And I walk out there with a pocket full of money. Of course, I'd hit the dumbass promoter up for $100, and then nobody'd get paid that night. And they had to pay out the pocket, too, to pay for the license. It was a bad night for everybody. That was a sweet little deal there for about a year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, they used to, when I used to wrestle in Mississippi, without fail, there would be somebody show up with a suit jacket on, a T-shirt underneath,
and a laminated
badge that they said give me $20, and they took down my address and sent me a little card in the mail with my name hand printed on it. I was like, why did it take this long? You could have wrote this out on the day of the show.
I guess I guess I could have did that. I ain't even bothered doing all that. I mean, the one night I got one of them. Bought one of them receipt books at Walmart's, and so I would just write for wrestler license, and then I'd write their name on there, and I just show that if any different commissioner besides me comes, and you show them that, you'll be good. I wasn't gonna pay postage. Shit, that cuts into my profit. You know what I mean?
Are you a wrestling collectibles collector, Whitey?
I got a few things. I got a few things here and there.
You said books, and that made me think about Briley over here. His uncle is Nightmare Dandy Davis, and didn't you find some books?
You had told me that. Hey, why are you saying that? Hold on 1 second. I want to show you one of the prized possessions in my collection. A buddy of mine gave me.
I hope you don't show us the balls.
He's gonna show us these.
He just shows up. They're like painted like Mickey Mouse ears.
This right here,
bow tie.
A good friend of mine, and he gave me this hand signed right here. Look at this.
Oh,
there
wow.
Oh, man.
Michael P.S. Hayes. Look at that robe. Well, I need me a robe like that. I don't guess you can wear it no more, but shit, I'd wear that today on grocery store or Piggly Wiggly.
That's
Freebird playing on my phone just for effect.
Peerless sexual.
Couldn't wear it like the hardware store, though. You couldn't buy certain things at the hardware store with that.
You come in wearing that and buy some... Well, anyway.
Shovels and lie.
Yeah.
Anytime you need some fucking help, you're like, hey, I need some fucking help over here in the...
Hey, where's your rope at? They'd be like, get the hell out of here, Whitey.
Damn.
So they know you by name at the local hardware store.
They know me by name most places in town.
I was going to say, it sounds like you might have done a few tours there.
We've had some misunderstandings at times.
How well does this rope noose?
That's Jesus.
I don't know about
Speaking
that.
of cheap pops,
Yeah. Leave it to the guy in the redneck shirt to make a redneck.
Yeah, leave it to the Braves fan to say some inappropriate shit live on here. We can't even go back and edit it out. I mean, I need to run across the views expressed by Josh Briley are solely his, and they're not that of Whitey Jenkins, producer Smokey,
I
Yeah.
want to put this on record.
P3
Whitey
radio.
Jenkins is saying this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might want to pray about this when you get when you get off here tonight. You might want to get right with the Lord and go, I'm sorry. Whitey's judging me. I must be bad off.
I was hoping I'd do this at least once.
Yeah, this
show.
man, like, we're gonna put it on our disclaimer on our podcast. You know, too hot for Whitey Jenkins at one point, and
This would be a fucking cliff note.
like, like, you know how you have the books where they have the little sayings at the bottom. It'll be Whitey Jenkins. I don't know these people.
I'm just trying to get my shit in, man. Just trying to get my shit in.
Charles Anders was scared to come on this show forever or let me on his podcast because he said I was going to say something off color or offensive. And I'm sure if he's seeing this, he's eating this up right now that somebody said something that potentially embarrassed Whitey. For some reason, the damn comments aren't coming through. It's done this a couple times in the past where the comments won't show up till afterwards. Which is
I noticed that last time I was trying to comment. Yeah.
StreamYard, what are you gonna do?
I mean, it's better than what we're rolling with right now. I mean, it's very professional, man. Like it's top notch.
Well, I mean, to have a cat producing it, it does look fairly, fairly good.
I always wondered how a cat produced the show
with his paws.
Oh shit! Yeah, when he pops in, it's always like, "Don't mention me." So I mean.
No. He's kind of like the Vince McMahon during the Hall of Fame speeches. He don't want to be recognized.
Yeah, he don't want none of the attention, So I hear our mutual friend, Coach BT, Brian Tremmels, is wanting me to come on his show and do like a live seminar. Or I don't know if it'd be live, but I'll be like doing a video seminar. Or he's going to have some wrestlers on there to ask me some questions. And I'm going to be teaching some of the things that I teach at my school to my students down there. I don't know. He said if he's going to send me a check or, how that's going to work out.
I think if it's
trying good for it, I mean, am I going to get screwed on this?
If it's BT, you'll probably get Venmo'd your money or something like. Do you know what Venmo is?
I don't know what you're talking about right now. Venmo.
All right. Well, I'll just give him my address. I'll give you the money.
I just got a message from Charles Anders. I just started listening as soon as the noose comment happened. You and everybody else probably has.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify, if you did just tune in, there was no noose comment made by Whitey Jenkins.
Well, you commented on it.
I've never even seen one. I'm not even. I was going to when I was talking about going to the hardware store, it was to buy like wood and nails and lighter fluid and stuff.
Sure. Ooh, there's so many.
Not to use together. Wait a minute. God, damn it, Josh. What are you doing?
So many bad things there.
Anyway, so what's this Venmo thing you talking about? How's that work? How do I get cash out of that?
Well, you pretty much got to put in your banking information. And then they transfer the money.
I ain't got no banking information. I was going to say,
this man doesn't have insurance.
Yeah, Venmo,
bank account.
Venmo's not sending money orders, buddy. You're going to have to get it somehow.
Well, old BT's going to send me some cash money then to get this thing off the ground. Because I ain't got only suckers use bank accounts because they can trace that.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, old Joe's going to be, if you put so much in there, then you're going to get taxed on it, and they're going to call you up and ask you where that cash come from. And, ain't nobody got time for that kind of shit.
I feel like
ain't none of his business.
You and Josh's dad would be very close friends.
I think they are, actually.
You know Ray J?
Oh, hell yeah. That's your daddy?
That's about right. Yeah.
Oh, hell.
He used to coon hunt down your way.
Not the same. Never mind. Josh, Jesus.
You killing me, man. God,
Josh.
He did.
Well, I never went with him. I don't know what he did.
Raccoon.
When he left the bar, I don't know what he did from there, but,
You say raccoon hunt. You got to say
that's
raccoon
what
hunt.
he calls it.
I know what he calls it. He probably does a lot of things. Raccoon hunt.
What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to clarify.
He's trying to keep us from all getting canceled.
Yes. Yeah. Because,
you don't have a Venmo. Do you know what canceled is?
Yeah, Charles Anders sat me down and explained in depth
Oh,
what that
shit.
means before we did this last podcast last week.
Well, the less you know, the better, huh?
That's been my motto all my life.
Is
The
that
less
Coke
I
Zero?
know, the better.
That Coke Zero you're drinking?
Hell no, that's Coke and some little bit of.
Ah, gotcha.
I ain't gonna say it out loud because they ain't paying me, but you know.
We got to get you a sponsorship on here, Whitey.
I'm trying, man. I mean, if Jack and Coke would sponsor me, we'd be rocking and rolling. I mean, I couldn't have Josh on here talking all this kind of stuff he's talking. I mean,
oh man, I was talking shit about them a few weeks ago. I opened me a bottle of Gentleman Jack live on air, and I'll be damned. I'm talking about the goddamn plastic was sealed and everything around the top. This is a shoot.
Yeah.
And Richard Lee saw me do it. I opened the top and I took a drink, and as soon as my lips touched the bottle, I fucking cut my upper lip. There was a hunk. There was a hunk out of the goddamn rim of the bottle. And I'm talking about, I fucking inspected it on air. I was like, man, do you think I ingested glass? Do you think it fell? I mean, like,
Probably.
Gentleman Jack's QC department at that moment, they're non-existent.
Yeah.
I fucking dog cussed them. I forget what episode it is. You can look in our archives at P3 Radio. You know how to find us. Fucking
I
iTunes.
can't believe that you had an episode where you was drinking Jack on the air and didn't have Whitey Jenkins on. I mean, we could have made a hell of a program out of that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like almost every episode, he's drinking Jack.
Any day that ends with a Y, huh?
You want to show him the shot glass over there by you?
Oh, you mean this?
No,
Okay.
the bird dog one. You'll appreciate this one. It's a shotgun shell
Nice.
shot glass.
I like it.
That's how
See,
man.
there's comment when I look on the telephone here. There's comments, but I can't see them on the screen. But Charles Anders says groundbreaking stuff. Whitey. Gary Woodard says, "What WTF is this shit?"
Who's Gary?
We love y'all.
Yeah,
Love you, Gary.
Yeah,
we hate
so
it.
he shits on every damn show. I had to ask somebody what WTF means. I'm like, why don't you just say what the fuck? What are you gonna spell it like a sissy?
Was he the one that you had on a couple of weeks back who had the 2-inch mini blinds?
No, that's Justin Klein.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
so
impressed by
Justin-
that.
Is that innuendo or is that
No. It's like real, the wood, not the faux wood, like wood 2-inch mini blinds.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
No.
Never mind.
No.
Josh heard 2-inch wood and got offended.
So y'all talking about me
I'll
behind
be
my back,
damned.
right to the face. Oh man. Well, why do you watch any good wrestling lately?
Nah, I watched some of that AEW's back around the time old CM Punk came back. I watched that pay-per-view over at somebody's house, and it was pretty good. Then I saw him have a match with AEW's Big E, whatever his name is, and
Ice Train. No.
yeah, there he is. Or
Yeah.
no, well, it's same thing.
Do you ever
Little E, Ice Train.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Do you ever get like in the middle of watching that and go, I feel like I'm watching WCW? If WCW had made it.
Yeah, I mean, if WCW had made it, that's what we'd be watching now. I'm pretty sure it'd be the same. We'd be seeing the same thing for the most part. But I mean, I ain't knocking it. I mean, they have their moments on there, but like I say, they built up that All Out pretty good, and I watched it, and then I couldn't really find it for free on the YouTubes anymore, and I ain't paying, for shit. I mean, I ain't paying for. Cable so I can get on TNT and watch it. I hear
you might have climbed a pole to get your cable.
Yeah, back in the day.
It's just still working.
Now most of the shit you find on that YouTube, most of the time you can watch some of them Dark Sides of the Ring, and I mean at this point, ain't really no hope of me making it to no big time promotion. So I'm just kind of shooting for making it on Dark Side of the Ring one of these days. If I can do that, hell, I'll have made quite a name for myself. I think. I don't know.
they're gonna interweave clips from this exact show on that Dark Side of the
Oh, they're going to be like, this is the day Whitey officially got canceled. P3 Radio and Whitey Jenkins show both went away the same day from the same comment from the same feller, and it wasn't Whitey Jenkins. Who would have thought?
Yeah, we always have that moment on our show. We're like, which part is it that we're going to be listening back to in HR's office to where they're like, all right, what did you mean by this? And then we have to defend some just terrible thing.
My HR's fucking leaving tomorrow. So,
like all of them? Or
No,
just the
just
main
one.
person? Oh, okay.
she's gone. So, nobody's going to get that email.
So that's usually when you have to watch out for it, is when somebody new starts.
Then they go
New?
looking.
That's
They go
not
looking. Yeah, they go looking you up, and then they think, "Oh, this guy's got a podcast," and then next thing you know, you've incriminated yourself.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
speak into the work.
We usually keep these things about 30 minutes because that's about as long as anybody can put up listening to me talk. But tell everybody how they can find P3 Radio and listen to y'all and hear some of this offensive stuff that Josh says on the show.
It's not always that way. We talk about taking dumps and whatnot too.
Yeah.
But if you're on Twitter, we are at P3 Radio 1, and we are on Facebook, Pop Poncho. Put it in that search bar, Poncho, by the way. And any way that you listen to your podcast, Stitcher, Apple, fucking Google Play,
iTunes,
whatever,
Pandora.
any way that you can listen to a podcast, put in P3 Radio and you're going to find
Yes.
us.
Just like it's spelled down here in our left-hand corner right here, all one word.
There you go. And I hear a rumor if you send a self-addressed stamped envelope and a blank cassette, they will record it on a cassette tape to you and send it back, but it will take
Definitely.
6 to 8
We got a tape machine right between my legs.
right
here.
there. And that's not an innuendo. There's a
No,
real
it's
tape
really
machine.
between my legs right there.
There's a real tape machine there.
Well, guys, it's been fun. I'm glad y'all came on. We'll have to do it again sometime. And like I said, whenever you're gonna be drinking some Jack or something, give me a holler. I'll come on P3 Radio again. We had a good time last time, and
Well, guess
I
what?
got a lot
Whitey?
of feedback off that interview.
Oh, I'm hollering.
Yeah,
all right.
he's drinking right now. He's hollering at you.
There it is. Cheers. How's that camera work? There it is.
There it is.
Where that bird dog shot glass at?
All right, guys. We'll be in touch, and y'all take her easy.
Yep.
Hey, you too, man.
Appreciate it, Whitey. Thanks for having us.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. You got an open invite. Well, there they are. There's my buddies from P3 Radio. Josh Briley, the only person I know that is more inappropriate than myself. So it's good to have him on every now and again and remind people that, hey, it could be worse, right? There it is right there. WhiteyJenkins.com. You can get you one of them fine-looking T-shirts like Richard was wearing right there on the show tonight. You can see how you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook. You can go to Cheap Heat TV YouTube page and see all kinds of videos and whatnots on there. So make sure you check that out. Also, check out EPW every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. on WTVA. Or, where's it at? Come on, Smokey, get it together, son. There we go. EPWWrestlingMS.com. It's on the YouTube. So you want to see Whitey Jenkins' debut with EPW? It's on their YouTube channel right now. It's the most recent episode. I think it was episode number 9. It even says it right there. EPW episode 9, Whitey Jenkins' debut. So pretty exciting. Y'all watch that and watch in the coming weeks when me and the Violent Gentlemen show up on there looking for the Memphis Muscleheads. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Whitey Jenkins Show as soon as we can wrangle up a guest, which I believe is going to be Mac Wallace, that old fucker y'all see on Facebook posting all this crazy stuff. He's going to be my guest next week if he can figure out how to get on the internet. So I don't know how that's going to work, but he sent me a letter in the mail saying he wanted to be on the show. if he can get his little flip phone to work, then we'll get him on here. So that's all for now. We'll see you next week. Whitey.